So a quick farm update. Haven't really done many videos lately. So I'll just give a quick rundown what's happened in the past few months here. I finally hired an excavator. Yeah, just had some dry weather. Still haven't finished the garden beds. Chicken coops kind of getting there. I've got it almost fully caged in now. I just got to make a door and just sort of finish it off. I was going to build another coop in the corner here. I've just planted a few lavenders in this garden bed that I made. There's a little baby one, almost grown up now. And so the past few days I've been doing this. So basically, from where the shed was, is going to be. So the slab's been poured. Yeah, done a little bit to it. Need to get the rainwater tank sort of set up here. So basically here, I removed the rainwater tank, which was at the back here, which I might turn into a pool later on. So I had a rainwater tank here, but the problem is that the house was basically the grass line went straight to the house, so I sort of cut in and I made a little drainage gully. So I'm going to have a retainer wall building up here, and I'll probably just have gravel for now, a couple of stepping stones to get around the back here. But I also had to do a bit of landscaping around where the shed will be, and I figured it'd be better off doing it now. So I've cut in a little staircase. I'll put a little stairwell sort of in the middle, which brings you to the front of the garage. So we come up here, and this just wasn't finished off very well. So after the slab was done, there was just like a big slope still here, and there was nothing really. The side here was probably, I don't know, 300-400 mil. So I basically took the dirt from the bottom and put it to the top, and I've just been working on tiering, having like a little 2-tier, probably just have a garden bed through the middle here, and have a footpath to go down the side of the shed. So I can almost start getting the shed done. All I've got to do now is get this retainer wall done at the back here. So I'm thinking I'm going to get the sandstone blocks, and I just cut all this out too to make this a little bit wider while I've had the excavator, so I can finish what I started when was this? About a year ago now. I started building this, and then I got to the point here where I was just getting too deep to dig, so I knew I needed some sort of heavy machinery. So I got that in today. I've had a few, did have another guy come out that made it better for the slab. So basically I can get this wall done. It's a lot more open now as well. Before it sort of ended here and was cut in the corner here, there wasn't really good access to walk around the side of the shed. So now it's pretty much a metre and a half to get around there. A lot more open. And I've just been going back and forward with these timbers in the bucket, because this was all fresh dirt. So I've just been compacting this to get it nice and level. And there's the old brickwork and everything sort of here. I just got to get rid of that eventually, but it can sit there for the time being. So I've sort of done some landscaping in this back corner for the shed, and also I needed dirt from somewhere, and I had to do this anyway. So I excavated this, put the dirt from here up there, and just pushed it around, cut out the staircase. I left a little bit of dirt, a trail of dirt along here, just to backfill whenever I get this in. There was a grapevine here that was sort of, I think I took it out, so I might leave it in the ground, see what happens with it. If it lives, it lives. If it dies, it dies. It was in a bad spot anyway. So I've got to finish this wall off, do a bit of work around there. Got to fix up the sauna power, and I also dug out all this old garden here, and this is going to be where I'm going to have my fruit orchard. So it's just a bit of dirt at the moment, but this whole section will just be fruit trees probably planted along here. And I've done this retainer wall, well, not retainer wall, this garden bed wall with some lily pillies. So I started this probably the same about a year ago. I got to about here, so these ones are a lot more growing in. And just the other week I just finished this off, so the weeds are already growing back through it because we've had some bit of rain and a bit of heat. So there's my sort of garden bed wall, my lily pilly hedge, which will sort of give a bit of protection from the house, from the road down here. And also I've started doing the fencing. I've finished this side, so I've got the fence done here, started doing the other side. So the goal is probably by the end of the year I want to at least get this front paddock fully fenced off. So I've done here, I've started clearing the front fence line as well, because I ripped out that fence the other week. And I've got to finish this fence off, get the center one done. We'll walk over there in a minute. So I've just chopping some trees down over here. The chainsaw blade went blunt, so I want to take out just the ones along the fence line. And I bought other trees and I'm going to plant along the front here as well, for a bit of a screen from the road. The road's fairly quiet, but still, I'd rather just not have a bit of shelter from the main road, because that was basically, you couldn't even walk through here. So I got the tractor in there and I basically just, you know, cleaned it all out so I can actually get in here now, which is pretty good. Before you couldn't even walk in here. So I've cleared all this out, ripped the fence line out, got the stuff for the new fence, just haven't put it up yet because I want to get rid of these trees. A couple more to go there, and I'll see about this big one, that little one there. There's a stump there, but the stumps aren't too bad, I can burn them out later on. And also had the mulcher here as well on the far side. Go for a little wander over there. So, got a whole, oh, there's some tobacco plant growing back. But yeah, he's gone all the way over here. You couldn't walk to before. So he's cleared or mulched all up here. Some of the grass that I planted. I think I dropped a pile of seeds here when I was stuffing around. So the grass is sort of growing a little bit here, but we just need more rain really. And I did start to set up this to get some goats, but then I had some wild dogs coming around. Lost a few more chickens, so I did not put the goats in yet. I just sort of held off on it. No one really had adult goats anyway. I mostly had little baby ones, and I don't want to have little baby ones. So, but yeah, this was sort of set up just to get some goats in because it's fairly steep in this section. So the plan was just to get the goats in and then take it out, and then probably move this section by section and just work the whole property line because it's very hilly up the back there. And it is pretty strong. Like I got it on Temu. I was looking for a kit, I saw this on Temu, and yeah, it is pretty strong. I got the grass is sort of growing back, so I'm gonna have to whip a snip along the edge. But yeah, this little Temu kit is pretty good. I think the whole the wire, the post, and the electric, or whatever you call it, solar box thing, was like, I don't know, 200 bucks. I think it was 2k, so I got 3 wires set up, so this whole section here, and then yeah, more clearing down there, get the goats in here, and that has been probably it for the past 6 months. And I'll get back to another video later on when I get a bit more done. Not sure what I will do next, but I do want to get that shed up. So I'll leave this video here for a little quick update what's been happening in the past few months. I just haven't had time to actually do anything or make a video. out of SD card again. So I've laid down just a few piles with the tractor. I'm just going to spread them out along here. Put a little bit down this little stairwell for the time being, so it's not muddy. And then I'm just basically just spreading it out, getting it a little bit level. Use the timber and just smooth it over. And I'll run a little bit of this down there. And then I just basically want to move the shed stuff, get it up to here, put some pallets so it's all pretty much here ready to go, because I don't really have to drag all them up every time I need one. So I'll just do it all in one hit, get it up here, so then building this will be a lot easier. So yeah, just get this smoothed out. Mostly it's pretty much covered the area that I wanted to do, so I'll just give this later on. I'll probably get this concreted in so it's an extra little parking bay. So basically, I'm just sort of eyeing off if I've got enough timbers here. I bought a couple the other week, and I'll just have, as I've got like my edging of the garden with all this so this copper treated pine sleepers. I've sort of been doing it around here, so I'll have to continue this wall, or this garden edging really, all the way along there. And then I'll probably have to I'll try and get it level with sort of that height of the back corner to this height, and give it about 100 mil or so for some concrete, and get this in. Then I can sort of get some of this dirt backfill over the edge here, and then I can sort of level the gravel a lot better, get ready for like a nice pad just to be concreted down later on. Just gonna make a little walkway just so I can get down the house. Probably need to get a little bit more anyway. Probably bring up for the week and get another load delivered, so I can sort of get a track here, finish that off down the side, and sort of get this wall down and backfill, get this nice and level, ready to go. And yeah, I've got to pull all the shed posts, get them up here so it's easy to walk on. So yeah, I'll leave it at that for today, and have another crack at it over the next few weeks.